Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio, and today we're talking about motivation alone versus discipline. Really, if you want to get anything done, there's two basic ways to get yourself to do it. The first option is to try to motivate yourself, and the second, extremely unpopular, but entirely correct, would be discipline. So motivation, generally speaking, operates on the assumption that a particular mental or emotional state is necessary in order to complete the task. This may or may not be true at times. So that's just saying that, you gotta feel like it. You gotta want to do what it is that you're needing to do. Discipline, by contrast, separates the outward functioning and moods. The outward functioning from your moods and feelings. So in other words, we don't run on emotion, even though as human natures, that's what we tend to do mostly, is we run on emotion. Instead, we want to really find the discipline within ourselves to do the things whether we want to or not. So, if you were wanting to be an Olympic lifter, you wouldn't wait until you were at that level to start training. You'd start training earlier on and move forward there. You'd train to become that. Whereas, if we put some sort of an action on the condition of our feelings, then we don't always get it done, right? So we've all had that happen where we wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm gonna get this workout in today because I know I need it, but then we go throughout our day and by the time we get ready to work out, we don't get it done because we just don't feel like it, right? So we go home and maybe we have some comfort food or we hang out, watch TV and don't really do anything as beneficial as what our workout would have been. Whereas if we set aside the point of our goals and we think, okay, these are our goals that we want to reach, then how do we get there without the discipline that we need? Well, we really don't. And that's where a lot of people feel like they're running short on accountability or running short on ideas, and they need more and more and more of these things in order to make this happen. Well, the thing that they need in order to make it happen, and maybe you need it too, is just that discipline to know, I wake up, I go to work, whenever I get off work, I go and work out. And we have to build new habits in that discipline so that we have exactly what we need at the right time. So that kind of stands for, if you think about like the training side of it, from our standpoint as health professionals, there's days that we don't want to do it, but we know that we have to, and we know the consequences if we don't, that we won't be working towards our goals, and again, instead working away from them. So the right question to ask is really, how do I make my feelings irrelevant and really do the things that I consciously need to do without complaining about it, right? That's the big thing. So it's practice. We've got to continually practice. We've got to make sure that we schedule it into our day. We've got to make sure that we build it into our lifestyle and that we build it into a priority for ourselves so that we end up getting it done more often than not. The more that you do that, the more likely you are to do that. As you get going with it, then you find that that's just a part of your day, and that if you don't do it, you might miss it. Maybe you don't miss the workout side of it, or maybe you don't miss the food prep side of it, but if you don't do it, you're missing some aspect of your day, and it kind of feels like there's a hole in your day almost. So motivation alone is really just trying to feel like doing stuff, whereas discipline is doing it whether you want to or not. So we've got to find that way to kind of make that switch. So how do you get it? Again, by building habits, really starting small, building up, mark it in your calendar, gathering momentum over time as you practice and practice and practice and continue to do it. So if you consider the old saying that the grass is greener on the other side, that's a lot of times kind of where this motivation versus discipline takes us, is that, well, if I don't do this, then, that would make it easier. If I don't want to do my workouts today, then maybe that new video series would make it easier. If I don't want to prep my food today, maybe that supplement series would make it easier. Maybe I could go and do this and it would make it easier. The problem is that the grass is only greener where you water it, and you only water the grass when you're disciplined to do so. So take some time to really put the effort into what you're doing now. Now, if you don't have a plan, then we'd love to help you out with that. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. We can set up a consultation. We can create a done-for-you plan, exercise, nutrition, lifestyle, you name it. But if you do have a plan and you feel like it's working for you, then great. Keep going with that. Not everybody needs everything, but some people need some things. So make sure that you're taking the time to really focus and put the attention on what it is that you want to get to, what your goals are and what you're striving for, and then make sure that you've got a plan of action that's actually going to get you those results. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is going through a program, buying books, buying videos, paying for services, whatever it may be, and not getting results from it. So you should be able to have some sort of time to try it out and get those results and make sure that you're happy with the product or the service. So again, feel free to give us a call if we can be of help to you, 806-322-3188. We'd love to be able to design a program for you and get you going with something great over here. But otherwise, I hope you got something great out of today, and we'll talk to you soon.